Hi and welcome to my channel. I am Labushka and today we are doing some prep for the new expansion pack that's coming out, the high school years expansion pack. Now, originally I wasn't super duper excited for this pack, mainly because I used to be a high school teacher, so I've spent a lot of time in high schools and I'm kind of like a bit done now that I don't do that anymore. So this was kind of a way that I found to give myself motivation for the game. So what I've decided to do is for this, I guess, let's play that we're going to have is actually I created in this video, me and my sister. So my sister and I are quite close in age. So we went to school together. So it just sort of makes sense to me. I have other siblings, but they're younger. But my older sister, I have a lot to relate to. So I was quite excited to make us for this let's play. And I tried to use, of course, some of the features that I can remember about us, our characteristics, colors that we liked, or activities that we liked when we were younger. So this is my sister at the moment, and I sort of consulted with her beforehand and I said, hey, like, I'm thinking of doing this. Are you okay? And things that I did here with I think particularly with the outfits and some of her traits that I end up giving her, she asked me to sort of modify just because she thought like I kind of got it a bit wrong. So I was like, that's fair enough, and I'm hoping that maybe she can even hop in on a couple of videos and maybe help even give her character a makeover once all of the CAS items are available for the High School Years expansion pack, which comes out, as you know, this week. So I'm super excited for that. So the things that you see here, like particularly for my sister, she made some small changes. So you'll get to see those when we start the LP together, hopefully later this week. This is really a very, very busy week for me. It's not super good timing with the pack coming out, but hey, like, there's nothing really you can do. So my sister said that she liked a lot of black, which I didn't really remember, and I did give her some sort of color outfits, and she wasn't super excited about that. But and she wasn't also super excited. I made her look like really athletic. She's like, I really wasn't athletic, and I was like, to me, you really looked athletic. So my idea is that it's just me and her in this let's play. I kind of thought about making, a parent, like one of our parents. I definitely didn't want to make my whole family because there's 6 of us and like that's way too many Sims to control. And this is meant to be just like a focus on high school years. So I thought like maybe it's just easier if it's just us two because I really don't want to have to worry about controlling other Sims. And then, it takes time, it takes focus away, it takes attention. And as I said, I was really just looking for a way to be motivated to use this new pack because, at the beginning I was kind of like, okay, what am I going to do for this one? So this was, something that really pushed me forward and pushed like my ideas forward in terms of what I can do for this pack and, made me more motivated to sort of like watch the live, like the deep stream they did. The Sims team did on the new pack, and then I've watched, a few videos on like the build and buy items, especially. So just to kind of, because I started building a high school actually. It probably won't be ready in time for the Let's Play, but I started kind of putting it together. So I needed to have a look at the build and buy videos to make sure that like the style or like what items I'd be able to use, were correct. So I did also give some likes and dislikes. I have to admit, although I know likes and dislikes are super kind of big in the game. Since they've been released, I haven't actually really used them. I find them quite annoying because then I get annoyed when the Sims get like annoyed or frustrated or uncomfortable because, they're around like some music or activity or something that they don't like. But I did actually go to the effort of making like likes and dislikes for our characters. So, I mean, I think, for me, it just made it a little bit more personal, like putting, yeah, that my favorite color was green or purple or whatever I put. I don't actually remember. I think it was green and purple. I had a phase with purple, as you'll see in some of my outfits. So this is, of course, me. I mean, I've never created my sim self before, ever. I don't I don't know, is that normal or not? But this is the first time that I've created myself or tried to. I wasn't really like trying that hard. Like I didn't look at a photo of myself or my sister. I just kind of went like off memory and tried to make us look somewhat like ourselves. So definitely more in high school, like I was quite academic and I sort of tried to give myself some like preppy kind of outfits. And of course, these will change again once we have all of the items coming out with the new pack. So I don't know this. I was so torn about using this yellow jacket, and I obviously ended up going for it. But even afterwards, like I went back into Cass, and I was like, oh, do you know that yellow jacket? I kept like trying to sort of, figure out, do I want a different color or not? But I just stuck with it. And yeah, here's the purple obsession I talked about. So I used to have these like purple kind of, they weren't jeans. I think they were sort of a bit more like they were jeans cross cargo pants or something like that. And I used to love them so much. And I also had this like purple velvet dress that I used to just wear all the time, like way too much. And then I went through a phase as well where I had this kind of like tan outfit I used to wear like for formal occasions all the time. Like it was literally the same outfit I just wore all the time. I think like when you're a teenager, you kind of, you know, you don't always get the styles right, or that's how I felt, definitely, looking back at photos too. So for the formal wear, I did, if you saw, tried to give like a purple dress to kind of pay homage to that purple velvet dress I used to have, which, I mean, I'm not sure could I find something like CC that would be similar to that. I haven't really looked. I'm not huge on CC, so uh, I just kind of use what's in the game. I didn't really pay attention to like every single outfit in detail. I kind of just tried to like bring in some things that I remember. For example, like with this red top that I gave for party wear. That was probably just before high school, and then maybe just the start of it. I had this like red top, and it was kind of similar like that. I can't even. It's so 90s. And and it's sort of like I can't even describe it properly, but at the back it was like sort of open, and I think it was a bit too inappropriate for like my age. That's like my thoughts now looking back, but what are you gonna do? It is what it is. So I tried to kind of like bring in these like fun things like for myself to make it more fun and like a bit more realistic. So my sister I made like at the moment active, and I can't remember something else, cheerful, I think. And for me, like I said, I was quite academic, so I put like geek and bookworm. And I was thinking I'll change the aspirations once the new pack comes out, once I've got that installed, but like they won't change too much maybe from what's already here. Now, if you can look in the top half of the screen, I put our surnames. My sister's name is Christy. My name is Tessa. And I put our surnames as Dawson. That's not our real surname, but there's this in joke between me and my sister about this TV show. It's maybe possibly before your day, called Dawson's Creek. And my sister loved Dawson's Creek, and she got so annoyed because she would put posters up on her wall and complain that I copied her. And we have this like in joke where we always talk about like the Dawson's Creek poster, how annoyed she got when she put it up on her wall and then I copied her. So I didn't really want to put our real surname, so I thought this is kind of like, I guess based on something real, like I said, the joke between us. So that's why the surname is Dawson. It's not my real surname, but that's the story behind it there. So there's just, I think, a little bit more left. There's not that much. And then I also want to show you the house that I built for us as well. So I think, yeah, there's really not that much left. But some of this will change once, the patch update and everything else has gone out as well. And we'll also go through the what is that? And we'll also go through all of this, like the traits and likes and dislikes and all that once we actually start the Let's Play as well. Okay, so this is the house that I built. At the moment, it's in Willow Creek, just because, of course, I don't have Copperdale yet. But this will be going into Copperdale. So I made it like a 20, what is this, 20? 20 by 15 lot, so that it can go on one of the starter home kind of lots in Copperdale. And this is a bit more expensive than a regular house, like starter home, just because I wanted it to be like a little bit nicer than a starter home, but like not super duper nice. And like the point of this Let's Play is just to focus on the high school stuff, not really making money or anything like that. So I figured like it didn't really matter if I put some extra cash in there. So this is the home, and this is, of course, based on some house plan that I found, because otherwise, like, my ideas around building can be like a little bit sort of I guess, like, they don't really make sense, and like, it tends to take me a long time. Of course, having a house plan makes it way easier. So this is, like, the simple home, and, I mean, I really like it. I don't know, it's already actually on the gallery, I uploaded it. Oh, yeah, this needs to be I was having a call with my sister last week, and, we were talking about having swing set in here, and, we decided we want a swing set, but anyway, I pulled it out and showed her that you can have a swing set. So I think I'll eventually have to put that on to the actual lot in Copperdale. But this is pretty much the house as it stands at the moment. Now, of course, I'll update it once we get all the new build buy items, but pretty much this is it for now. So let's have a look. I'm not super like coordinated at doing all of this, like showing house stuff. So just bear with me. Okay, so I'll show you firstly from like the bird's eye view. So you walk in, it's pretty much like one open area, and there's you have a gaming console, of course, magazines because we used to read, all these teen magazines a lot. A small TV, of course, for the video gaming, a dining area, um, a kitchen, that's not too bad. Maybe I'll like stop this now. Ah, I told you I'm unco. Okay. Also, there's a bit of a thing here. I put like the cake stuff. When we were kids, we used to always have like this jar of like cookies or biscuits. Not the American style biscuits. I'm from Australia, so like biscuits are kind of like cookies. Um, over there, and we used to always have like a jar of like biscuits in the cupboard, and like I don't know, it was like this thing, so I thought like it was suitable here. Of course, books, because of my bookworm, I'm going to need to read, and I really like this. We used to have, of course, bean bags. I mean, who doesn't? I still have bean bags now as an adult because they're awesome. And I particularly like this one, and of course, like I wanted it to be a koala because again, I'm from Australia. And unfortunately those little guys are going extinct because of those big bushfires. I don't know if you know that happened a little while ago, a couple of years ago, or a couple of summers ago. So that was kind of like, paying homage to where I'm from. Now we have, of course, here a little bathroom, nothing too special. Oh, the plant's poking through. That's okay. We can deal with that. And over here we have my room. Now I have a thing, as do many people, for teddy bears. So of course I wanted to have a big teddy bear here. I used to have like a really big one. So again, like it's kind of realistic. Just like I also used to have a really colorful room, so it makes sense. Some toys, of course a journal, and little bubble. What do you call it? Like I was going to say a bubble machine, but like a little bottle of bubbles. So I also still really like that as an adult. And upstairs, I mean, I did end up changing my sister's trait away from active, but she really still wanted to keep this like punching bag here. So I did. And then we just have a couple of other activities. Like we have a computer, an easel, and we have sort of this, what's it called, foosball table that we can play together, another bathroom. And then this is my sister's room. Um, I like this wallpaper. She did too. It's probably going to change. So she used to like sort of horror stuff more than I do, especially still these days. And she understood kind of like makeup a little bit more. So like her character wears a bit more makeup than mine does. I think actually mine not wear any makeup at all. Like I just really wasn't, I don't know. I didn't know how to do it when I was a teenager. And she also had a stereo, which I thought was really cool when we were teenagers because I didn't have one. And she used to play basketball and things like that. But as I said, all of this will probably change. And this is just meant to be kind of course, like a starter home in a way. I don't know what's going to happen with these characters like once they graduate from high school, if anything will happen. But at the moment, I thought like this was a suitable kind of size just for the two of us. So I didn't really want to make anything bigger because like we just really don't need it. And I assume we're going to be spending a lot of time at the school. So then we don't really need to have like, an overdone, overblown house. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you in preparation for the high school years LP that's forthcoming on my channel. Just the Sims that I made and the house. And as I said, I made a high school, but it's kind of forthcoming. It's not going to be ready. I just haven't got the time this week. I'm crazy busy. I also had a lot of coffee this morning, so I don't know if I'm rambling in this video or not, but I didn't sleep well, so I woke up and had a really giant cup of coffee, and I don't usually drink coffee, so I'm kind of like maybe a little bit extra talkative, and I'm not sure how much I've rambled in this video. I guess I'll see when I edit it back. But I guess that'll be all for now. I will officially still be posting a video for Werewolves LP, so it will be the last video, and that is forthcoming hopefully this week. So, well, it has to be because the new expansion is coming out. So you can expect that to pop up on the channel as well. But in terms of high school years related stuff, the next video will be probably the first episode of the LP. There's a couple of other ideas I have relating to the expansion that I want to cover, but sort of, the rest of my week is a bit up in the air at the moment, and next week as well. So I'm not sure yet what my schedule is going to be like. However, thank you for watching as usual, and I will catch you next time.